What's up, Hippo lovers? We have a show match. I'm Chris against Hoang, organized by Nova. Happened yesterday evening, and now we are casting recorded games. Should be really interesting. And what's so special about this is not only two great players, but also we will use a new Capture Age preview version. Capture Age, you know, is the observing tool that we used multiple times in the old Wooby days. Now we had in the light version before that we used for Hidden Cup, and now we used it for all the other events as well. And we will take a look into that and how they are progressing, jumping into this one. And yeah, it looks a bit familiar to what they had before, but there will be a lot of new features and we will try to talk about them. In general, I will try to, cast, and we will try to use the overlay as much as possible with all the fancy stats that they now can offer. As you can see at the top, it's pretty standard here, all the resources, that's something you see. And now we have this red bar under here. That indicates you how many resources does that player have to click up to the next age. As you can see, 40 food now. So that's obviously going to be very small during whole Dark Age. Won't help us too much. Later on, there will be a yellow line under that indicating how much gold we need to upgrade as well. And Alt T for technologies. Hello. Okay, that is very space consuming now. In Dark Age, we will try to remember that for Feudal Age after that. And we can also take a look at small maps here. Hoang, obviously crazy style that we expect, is playing Celts, and Chris is trying to play Aztecs against that. What else can we see at the top here? We have that number. That is how much army value we have. We have 9 population out of 15 for our houses. An eagle, obviously 20 gold plus 50 food. On the other side, 80 food for the scout cavalry. Now we can see if someone doesn't know the name. Obviously villager numbers under there, so not a lot of stuff changed in that regard. And yeah, we can see a bit more. 1 TC is active. That will be a bit more later on. We see the normal lure and can focus a bit on the bottom right. There will be a lot of features there. Let's see how well we will be able to use them. Just showing them before. This is the idle economy. So how long did we have idle villagers? Obviously, since we are doing the Chinese lure, that is still displayed as idle villagers here. So villagers in the TC, that villager just jumped in and out. Actually, you saved the second there by walking. It is displayed like this for now, simply because that's how the game is tracking idle villagers, right? And you saw Chris only 20 seconds now has an idle between the house, so no shift clicking there. And idle time, I think, should jump a bit higher now. Let's see how he's luring this one. No, okay, just dropped off and now goes for this. So 1 minute in total. And we had an idle TC time of 1 second here in Dark Age. That will be another stat that we can focus on. And the other zeros behind this one is how many villagers we lost. And okay, that's only villagers. Only villager kills here. KD is still something that you can see. I don't even know where. Another tab, apparently. And then we have some fancy other stuff. TC count, castle count down here, population, how many idle villagers we have at that very moment. Idle TC timer, indeed, one of the stats that we were going to have. Obviously, Hoang going for his Drusher Reno. Lovely stuff. And then we have also percentage in gold. That's what you know from Capture Age as well. How many units did we kill? How many units did we lost? And how much do we have on the map in total, right? That is value spent and destroyed. At the moment, not destroyed anything. But as you can see, now we build a militia. The house should finish. And I think that should give 25 more. Indeed. So every building, every unit will be displayed there as well. And we can go further. Lidakor is loving it. While I quickly have to adjust my mouse to the screen. Clamp mouse to window. I know it was activated, but it wasn't really. Okay, okay. Now some shenanigans here. First militia out. And the overlay here is telling us the relic count, the trade card count, and some stuff for team games, how many resources did we send or receive, and some resources bought and sold. Maybe good for DM, but we see Hoang is eating the TC indeed with his militia. Not the greatest move there. Pretty solid start for Mr. Chris. And we are back into all the resources. Clicking on the dashboard makes it unclamp to window at the moment. Ah, okay. And now we can see... AP flying in. One of the guys of the Capture H team as well. You can ask them questions, but also... join the Discord, !CA. Give us some feedback here in the Twitch chat directly. Or... in YouTube under the comments. We also see now different sizes of that military to always see what is...
Nilly feels man.
This one will be the main army part. So 3 militia is now bigger than 1 scout. And this doesn't only go by numbers, it actually goes by value. So like 2 elephants will be displayed bigger than 4 skirmishers there. Because obviously 2 elephants are more of the main army. Of Shumway, thank you so much for 300 biddies. And something else I wanted to mention. Ah yeah, uptime to fuel age is only counting down. I assume that will be with all upgrades. Well, we see Chris now returning the favor. 4 militia out for Hoang. And he is walling quite a bit. Let's take a look. Do we have another quick wall there? Solid job. Not really chasing this one down. Hoang is playing pretty solid so far. Except the first militia lost there, obviously. Now clicking up to feudal age pretty soon. No, not going to happen. And chasing this one down. What is the second row? Ah, yeah, that's villagers on that relevant resource. Obviously, this is mainly set up for team games as well, right? Just think about it. We can't really display 8 resources here at the top. So this one will be lovely to see in the future. Thinking about... your beloved community games over at T90s, the Battle of Africas, or whatever you like. Chris now reaching feudal age. Let's take a look what he is planning behind this. Man-at-arm upgrade? That is so weird to me. That is so weird. He has 4 militia out on the field. 2 in the center. What happened here? No loom. Hoang went out. Holy moly. We see the next engagement there. Man-at-arm finishes in 10 seconds. I think you should really cancel that. Only 2 militia out. One of them even lower on HP. And he actually finishes that. That's so weird to me. But, oh god, that was some damage. Did interrupt that quite nicely. He's doing more damage to the militia. Hoang still not up. 300 wood in the bank. What a horrible game for him. And Man-at-Arm doing the clear up. Now moving out. 3 militia should probably kill this one. Hi. Not really sure. Oh yeah. Lol. Okay, I just thought here. Did you see that, guys? I was on the overlay. And I had a line under this one. And I was like, why is there a line under the timer? But that was just an HP bar of something in between. Something behind that. At the top here, we see overall military 1 to 4. Then we have... oh no, that's only the count 1 to 4. And above that is the army value. So you can see that. And you see Archer now heavily jumping over there. 2 to 4. So, not sure why it's not in the center. I'm a bit surprised by that. Huh. Below that, it's the overall. Or is that? Maybe they can explain me what happened there. Army value is 210 versus 320. 3 to 4. Bit surprised why... oh, maybe that makes sense. And under that, obviously, the villagers. Soon you will need training to get CA. Well, we even had an introduction, right? And they had to let me guess all those emotes here at the bottom. Like, Neely, what do you think this emote is? And I was like... like, package, airport, arrival, pick-off. Something like that. And Nilly, what do you think that is? Beer cards? And Nilly, what do you think that is? How often you rang the town bell? Or, well, obviously I wasn't that dumb, but... well, let's say I didn't guess everything right. You think tribute emote should be K-Cap's face? Wouldn't be too bad, yeah. Or Jordan. Is the font a placeholder? I think they will change the font, yeah. At the moment, obviously, it's more to test the feature and get some feedback from you. I think the overlay design is still up for change. At least I personally prefer another font. Now you see at the top, look at that. We have nearly enough gold to click up. Food is missing. And you see 2 blue dots. That's the amount of buildings you need to click up. And as you can see, Chris already having 2 out of 2 necessary buildings. Blacksmith and archer range to click up there. So you always have an idea. And if Viper used that against Mr. Yo, only 1 blue dot there, and then realized, oh no, we need a blacksmith. Hoang, obviously, enough experience to know, okay, instantly rushing out market and blacksmith. Builds a defensive tower at an interesting spot, still heavily on gold. Chris with quite some control. There is also a hotkey to show the statistic technologies, Alt-T. Oh yeah. And we see upgrades on the side of Chris. Not too many from Hoang there, as we can see. Okay, let's switch to some other stuff. And we see Chris, so much more idle time. Oh, not really, not really. And TC idle time. What? How did that go down? Ah, no, that's only TC idle time. Yeah. He had village idle time. So Chris, reasonable amount, but remember that's villagers in towers, that's villagers standing or being in TC for a small second as well. Can we get capture H as well? That's an interesting question. I'd love to hear that answer, because I get that question quite often. The alignment seems to be because Hoang is researching castle. What? You can see military now 9-0. They're both researching castle now, as you can see. 2 minutes and 18 seconds there. But how is Chris getting... Oh, that's idle villager still. Okay. So that will stay the same. Archer still being annoying. Now reaches castle edge. Double stable setup with only 2 villagers on food. Shouldn't be that easy. And yeah, both players with 1 TC. Let's take a look. And you see, Chris brought a bit more stuff on the map and killed a bit more as well. Value spent, destroyed. So killed 740 overall. And that palisade should go down. And then we should see a small jump there. Or we didn't. Okay, so maybe for now walls are not counted. Who is Chris? Well, only a top 2 player for 10 years in this game. Arguably the best player at one point in the game. Played in, yeah, basically the beginning of the game till like 2013, I would say. Maybe 15. And is now having a comeback due to Corona. Also started streaming and is part of the IL team. A team that is formed with Riot, Bakti, Capoch, and Chris. So lots of old school legends trying to make something happen. Hoang with a forward siege workshop here. Now knights around. Chris can't really wall in time. 1 villager should fall there quite easily. Indeed, that one is down. TC is getting rushed up. Shouldn't be a big problem. But Ram now knocking at the front door. House wall there. All in time. Spearman count not that high. And as you can see at the top, 8 to 10 units. And it's more at the other side because the army value is higher. So it seems like the thing in the middle is the army count. The thing at the top is army value. And the thing at the bottom is villager count. Mangonels, not existent yet. Goes for mainly scorpions, as you can see. And, well, you can also see what's in production here. The small dots. It's still active. 1 monastery behind this one. Oops, villager still in danger. So little food income. Like, let's take a look. And now we can see how much resources were bought and sold. Look at that. 500 food already bought by Mr. Hoang there, I assume. We can confirm that by... What? Okay. I can't look at the market prices, sadly. Feels nearly, man. Oh, but that CC is under a lot of pressure. Now trying to hold with the Monka S. Some Eagles, some Siege here. Knights are going back somehow. I don't really know why. Oh, because we had the dive in there. Meanwhile, we have the attack at the front. Not going to be too easy. Conversion there against the Knight might happen. 2 Scorpions already down. Monk is getting killed before he gets the conversion. TC might fall 900 HP there. The hold here not really happening. Knights are a bit out of position. Okay, now he regroups. TC should probably fall. Scorpion gets the kill against the Monk. TC is indeed going down. 2 Rams falling with that one. 57 population against 45. Now the Knights are coming in. Upgrades on those. 1 defense upgrade. Now finally can go on to gold again. And get the easy clear up. And now goes for the Siege Workshop. And this is such an Hoang game to play. Chris is trying to hold this one off. And we have basically the double feature. Capture age. New input plus new input when it comes to Chris and Hoang playing a great game against each other. Now you can see way more idle time here for Chris because he has villagers in the TC. That obviously doesn't help. Try to send them away. Now goes for redemption, but lost so many monks already. 3 military now to 14. Overchop here. Knights could get in. Oh no, that could be the GG here quite easily. Hoang, he is making it happen again. Monk only at 30 HP. No upgrades there. And gets another kill. So many monks dying there. Hallelujah. Let's take a look at the kill value now. 5k for Hoang already against 1.8k for Chris. Oh boy. And that you can see, that's the power of Hoang, right? The siege just so efficient. Did get the TC. Not really sure what those... What? No, they're over here. What happened there? What happened there? Oh, okay. Well... Okay, I just got a stroke. Teleporting builds. Oh, goddy. Okay, and you see 5.5k. Now overall produced on the map is Chris with over 10k. Gets the Mangonel. No, he won't. TC might fall. Mangonel kill converted in the back, but it's not enough because 2 Mangonels obviously good enough there to get the kills. Monk out of juice to get more repairs. More villagers are falling. 49 population against 45. I don't see any blue dots in Hoang space, which is pretty nice for him. Gets more conversions. Now going for another monastery and the kill count. 2.5k to over 7k. Now only bought some food and then he went for full siege, so didn't really care about that much too much more. And gets 1 converted ram here. That's lovely. More villagers falling though. Let's take a look. How many villagers did we kill in this game? 12 villagers killed by Hoang. 4 villagers killed by Chris. Overall idle time obviously now getting pretty much out of this world by Chris, simply because he had to put so many in his TCs over and over again. Still trying to reboom here at the side, but won't be that easy. What other stat can we take a look at that could be lovely? Army value now on the field, 1800 against 300. That's why you see so little blue there. That 300, and that's 100% gold. So exactly 3 monks on the field against the Ram, Scorpion, Knight mix. We'll find some kills. Still no HP upgrade on those. A lousy 35 HP, and now the market gets killed. But as we saw earlier, market was not used before. And, oh, actually it was. 100 food board, food or wood or stone board, and 300... sold? That's how it has to work here, right? I think so. Scorpions now getting converted. Ram count only at 1. And that's actually a pretty good sequence here for Chris behind this. Can we use this capture age? I missed the answer. The answer was in the chat. Maybe I read that now. Indeed, the guys in the chat to answer your questions are... basically the guys with VIP status there. Sir Lawrence, AP, and Enbrain. Ah, Chris is now making a hold happen here. Remember that this is a very early version. Indeed, we called it a preview. The Delight version before that did work a bit differently. And Deco is here as well. Don't forget about him. Okay, now I'm pretty sure we bought some stone, right? We have 4 TCs. So we can take another look at... Oh. The... Alt C? No? This dead. So I think we bought 300 stone here. And sold? No. Okay, that stat is still confusing for me. Or did he get... Oh, he actually mined that much stone. Okay, okay, that makes more sense then. So Chris defended this one. Pop 49 to 57. Now Hoang is doing something that he really doesn't like to do. Building a second TC. Villager count. Whoops, Siege Workshop going down there. Did delete that one. And villager count, what am I seeing? 43 versus 43. Pretty even game here. 16 farmers now against 9 farmers. Indeed, the greatest economy isn't here yet, but builds some more. Let's look through more stats there at the bottom. And we see idle time better for Hoang, but obviously he had fewer villagers working the whole time. Did kill 13. Might find some more kills. Indeed, look at that. Now up to 16 conversions against that. Don't really know if we have a conversion counter. I would be surprised if so. And lots of scorpions getting killed here. Lightcav though, or converted. Lightcav should now clear this one up. 4 monks most likely going down. 55 HP on them. And yeah, that has to be 4 dead knights. But traded off for that monks. Traded off against some scorpion kills. Won't find those to Hoang. A bit sloppy on his end. Fog of War. I don't know what the hotkey is. Should have been Alt F. It's not. Next stat, we want to go through army value at the moment. Still way less for Chris. Mainly on gold there. And did kill 24 units, lost 56. So 8 conversions for him if we do the math between them. 4k killed against 10k killed. But Hoang himself did simply put fewer stuff on the map. Alt F4 this. Okay. Sadly we had sounds behind that one, so it didn't really work. But yeah, not nice of you guys. And more conversions here against the Lightcav. Maybe I should put a black screen without any sound. That would be better. I will do that next time. Oh, more conversions here. Let's take a look. Gets 1. I don't think that's the most important thing. Lightcav could just come over. And you see, Hoang doesn't really know where to attack. Now scouts this for the very first time. And sees, okay, TC here. That was all his base. Just remember, that's Chris starting TC. And knows about at least 3 TCs now. He's on 3 TCs himself. But actually, oh, will be 4v4 TCs. Pretty soon. You can see Hoang constantly using the market, buying some more resources. 3 rams coming over, lots of houses. Now rushing out a castle, interesting. Didn't know that he was that heavily on stone, but apparently he was. Which account 75 to 55. Hoang, 24 farmers should really produce. But as you can see at the moment, well, produce out the 4 TCs. 4 TCs there at the other side. Nice walls here by Mr. Chris. Oh, this is a lovely one. Lovely one for sure. And Lightcav, that should be probably 0 kills. Okay. That was good. Now knights coming over, but 2 should still have monk juice. No, wasted all the monk juice on all those knights. The knights could get the kills against the monks there if he's focusing that one down, and I think he should. Meanwhile, Rams going over. Knights with a split again. Did save 2 earlier. Let's take a look how many he can save this time. And seems like 2 will get away again. Phew. Lightcav production continues. Now moving out again here at the top. 1 relic, as you can see, now for Chris. 0 for Hoang at this very point. Idle time obviously increases heavily. In imp, I don't think that stat will be the most important thing. Idle TC here, look at that. Hoang actually producing out of every TC. That's pretty solid. Now some of them are idle. Obviously in imp, just remember, like, if you're at 100 villagers, that stat will lose in some value, but simply having the chance to analyze your recorded games is going to be really damn sweet, right? How much idle time did you have in Feudal Age? How much idle time did you have in Castle Age? Did you really produce out of all your TCs? And that will be extremely valuable if you want to analyze your recorded games there. Idle villager count, obviously, is something we could always see before. And you see Chris still over 5k behind when it comes to what he killed in this game. Oh, what is that of a lovely move? Did build a Mangonel here. Did wall it. Now Mangonel is trying to shoot. Interesting army composition. Look at that. 6 Jaguars, 6... Oh! Castle. Ooh, actually survives, but that's going to be a risky one. Why is Hoang building a castle there? Mangonel is coming out. Look at that. Monk walled in. Lightcap is coming over. Can he get some quick walls in? Would surprise me. Villagers are moving forward, trying to get the kills. Mangonel will be trapped here, and Monk shouldn't really get too much done either. The castle will go up, and then, well, as you can see, full red bar, full yellow bar means he can click up. Guys, that is the indicator. And as you see on the other side, well, reasonable gold, but food is heavily missing. Has 2 of the buildings at the moment. You can see, I'm a bit surprised why Hoang doesn't have any dots here. Now he gets both of them. He had the siege workshop and the monastery before. So, well, small bug there. Okay, defense upgrade now for the Jaguars. 2 minutes 50 away from reaching imp here for Hoang. Typically, his army not really something that benefits too much from castling. Another castle, from imping. Another castle here, most likely coming from Chris. And then obviously the traps will be lovely. Now adding some votes. They should really underperform against the Jaguars though. Why is the military comparison 2 bars? It is the number and the army value. Is there a reason the top overlay doesn't take up the entire width of the screen? I think it should be bigger, yeah. But indeed, just go to Capture Age on the Discord, give them some feedback, or maybe under the YouTube video. That could be lovely, and then they can read it, right? Because it's tricky now. Hundreds of people spamming their feedback. It will be tough for them to properly structure that. That's not the MTC. Aztec ETC, indeed they do. 77 population against 145. Looks pretty good for Chris here. What a crazy boom away with 4 TC play. The defensive castle, some wild farms there at the side. And, well, now coming back with some kills here. Overall, as you can see, he simply built 9,000 more stuff and put it on the map. And that's kind of an indicator, like, that one, that number, plus what you have in the bank, should be overall gathered resources, right? I think so. Reaching in, but we will get that in time. Votes now coming over. What's the first thing we are focusing on? Don't really see it. Don't really see an upgrade there. CC falls. Jaguars are coming over, and they're doing a good job against what Hoang has to offer. Main TC down. Score isn't looking too hot here. More market usage by Chris. Hoang did buy quite some stuff as well. Second TC is an option for him. Now has a trap. Goes for another one, but that could easily be sniped as well. Maybe even converted. Thinks better of it, yeah. Hoang gets Hoang by Chris. Yeah. Looks a bit like it, right? Maybe rushing out a second castle here might be an option. No, builds it somewhere else. And, oh god. Oh god. We're completely without any control here. But 2 Jaguars won't be enough. Villagers are being pulled against it. A monk could be around. Siege workshop. I think this castle will go up, as you saw. He even is right-clicking this one. Not sure if that's the best idea for him. I think the castle will go up, though. Enough villagers were sent. Oh, yo, 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 yo. And, yeah. Castle went up, maybe. It doesn't even have the university here, I don't think. So Murderhold's not even an option. Tries to defend further here, gets some kills, and yeah, just kills the house for now. That castle does nothing, little Mao. Okay. I think just one trap could be really lovely here, no? Builds a tower instead of getting murder holds. My man. Uh-oh, and now this castle is getting attacked. 2 rams only, not the scariest thing ever. Jaguars around, +1, +2, as you can see. And GG, Hoang is tapping this one out. At least that's what I'm believing, looking at the score and looking at the state of the game. Let me take a look. Can I update? Oh, look at that! How easily I can update the score now. Lovely stuff. And Hoang 1-0. No, 0-0. 1-0. Sweet stuff. That makes it so much easier on our end as well. And maybe if you track your own games and like... yeah, I won against the AI 4 games earlier. Oh no, I can't even go for 4-0. And then you can see what happened. Yeah, that's so lovely. So even if I do a mistake, it's easily fixed. Chris is leading 1-0 in this one. We can take a look at the statistics together to round it up. Or let's go through under the bottom statistics to just see again. So we had... I had a villager time more on Hoang's side in the end. Had to run a lot, lots of villagers in TC. Obviously, more villagers in TCs will add this one up. Then we had idle TCs, more for Chris, simply because he had more TCs, didn't really have the farms at some times, so that makes sense. We did had 37 villager kills for Chris, especially at the end. Most of them really fell. 22 for Hoang happened a bit earlier. Overall population, TC count 4 and 3 car cells. 1 idle villager against 33 in the end of the game. Obviously not too exciting. And we can see again, army value in the end, Hoang very low. Half of it was gold. That's probably due to the traps. And now in the end, solid, what was that? 12k more, 12k more stuff built. And Chris nearly destroyed as much stuff as his opponent, but simply got so much more on the map and had so much more army. That's why you see the very little red there at the top. Market usage, 4 relics against none. Obviously no one did trade, no one did send any resources. That is more is stat for team games. Okay, that was it from this presentation. That will only be 1 game on YouTube, and we would appreciate if you give us some feedback there and tell us what you want to see. Look at how much more Chris got there. And on Twitch, we will continue the full best of 5. Maybe a link in the description below. At least that's how I know myself. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that one. They are trying to improve. They will work with your feedback as good as they can. Obviously, no, this is not the final form of them yet. And it is a team. If you lost the news, I think it's a 7-person team that did Capture Age earlier for another platform called Woobly. Then they got a full-time contract, don't even know. But at least they officially work with World Edge, which is basically the head team for all the Age of Empires titles. And yeah, hopefully more to come. Website and all the links at this site. And now we can answer some questions here before we jump into the other games. Can you change the size of the research production icon? I don't think so. At least not yet. Who'll be winning? This is still up in the air for me. Yes, it is. For me as well. Nearly a green screen bugs out sometimes. Did you see any problems during the game? I don't think so. Are Jaguars old meta? Others players never use them, it seems. No. It's simply the situation, right? He had castles, he faced votes. Makes it way easier then. And I think we will just jump into game number 2 here while I will blow my nose. And then I will go over in casting. And we will focus a bit less on Capture Age and a bit more on Age of Empires. Is there so much Arabia hidden Civ no repeat? At least that's what I'm expecting, but now seeing a pawn that close indicates that it might be Gold Rush, and indeed that looks like it. We can see the map down here. So yeah, feedback capture age, I think that should be right aligned, not left aligned if you put it there. I have some feedback. The statistic tags are too big. Yeah, that's like that size to that size doesn't really fit. I think the resources can go over to the edge of the screen, in my opinion. We get rid of the text for now. Indeed correct. Players had free choice of map. Oh, free choice of map, hidden, pick, Civ, no repeat. Okay, so we will have Japanese against Hans War. While we see Hoang playing with Hans. Interesting. Does anybody know what the DS stands for in Hoang's name? No? I don't. Can he go rush with Hans? Well, why not? What a weird map here. Full design around this one. Apparently that's the new Gold Rush or what? Wolf obviously not really inviting. Some aggression. Okay, so more chat and action now in this one, guys. And yeah. It's cause he plays Nintendo DS. Okay. Definitive Streamroller. Okay, what stat do we want to see? I'm still missing like personally I'd like to have more visible KD, honestly. Like, do we even have an overall KD? Killed, lost? That's an overall. That's including villagers, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I want a KD somewhere at the top here. That would be lovely. Relic count is something we did show. Over here. Oh, that's a lot of walls by Hoang. What is happening here? Wanting 4 villagers at pop 15. Really one does not want to be surprised by anything. Now the second boar around. Some of those are really weird aligned. Looks how the 0 for the relic. Yeah, this one is... I think it is like right aligned and the line between here, but it should simply be centered, right? Yeah. Going straight FC without including the berries. Gold in the back there. Looks like it. Oh, I don't like that too much, honestly. Steals to sheep. Lily, what's the plan for today's stream? Finish this best of 5 and then call it a day. We had a successful 1v1 session before that one. Is there no TC count? TC count is over here. Like the more when the stats were underneath each other instead of next to each other. Yeah, I also think the old Wobbly design was a bit better in some forms. Yeah. I probably need to watch both again and get a good clue. Hoang isn't winning this. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, so far he's losing. Do you have a tech tree command? You mean this one? Or you mean I think exclamation mark tech tree should just send you to AOE2 tech tree though. Yeah, Google is your friend as always. Okay, now rushes that one out. Drops all the food, but honestly, that's still 80 food he could have gotten. Bit surprised, and he sends 2 back on food. Okay. I'm pretty sure he meant tech tree as a website. Did he? Now he lets 2 sheep in. Lets his scout in as well. What's happening there? Did he? I just thought, did he push deer? But he went for it differently. This is such a sloppy build order, honestly. Like, mass amount of berries. Now the farms. 5 on wood. Can you see how many resources are left on the map? Not in this version, but I will just go with wild statement and say one version will have it. I think one version will have it. Because that's what we had in the Woobly version of Capture Age. Yeah. The old one had it. And if I understand how they're reading this, then it should work. 5 on berries here. This is such a wild build order. 230 gold. You're casting all games? Likely. I need to leave in 100 minutes. So likely that I will cast everything. Unless it's super crazy games. But then I will probably leave you at a beautiful 2-2 score. And I think there's a chance that Memp and or T90 are streaming the same series later on. So then you will catch everything again. That's enough for Toon Games. Okay. Well, Hoang will have something to say against that. And yeah, look at that. Chris just no military, open fast castle, but with a way, way, way better build order. Oh god. This is so Hoang again. One stable. I don't see a sneaky villager though. But you can see, look at that. Like mass food missing still here. We only need a little bit more gold. Stable and blacksmith in the back. Four on gold. Now the lumber upgrade. Already squeezed in by Chris. And you see how smooth his opening is. Hoang still needs 100 food. This is like way too many on berries. Second lumber camp late. Too much on gold early on. Then he plays it without the market. Idle TC. And now we can compare idle TC time as well, guys. And you can see 29 seconds, 30 seconds, 31 seconds, and now we only stop. So 33 seconds against 5 seconds. So that's 28 seconds more of idle time. That should have easily been an extra villager, simply because he didn't read the AU2 build order for fast castle probably. Should have read ACM's guide there. Why the score cycles overlapping the border at the top? What? Score cycles overlapping the border at the top? I don't know. Overall villager, idle time, 357. Now goes for an archer range. Don't tell me he's trying to play CA here. Both 30 population. And we see Chris did put a bit more stuff on the map. 300 resource on the map for him. Is going for some scouts after that. Is a bit more scared of the forward. Look at how actively he is on the map with those scouts. That's lovely play. Phew. Can we see the update screen again? Not building screen? Ah, yeah. Yeah. Now we can see that. Eco upgrades there as well. And honestly, like, this looks like a 2-0. Chris in so much control. There's no forward coming. He is walled. He's controlling the map. He knows that he can't get pressured. Would love to see one scout still scouting the front. And yeah, will be triple archery range. So Hoang is going full CA all in there. And I'm not really sure how familiar you are with CAs. Not really considered to be the craziest, hottest shit on the market at the moment. But we will still need a counter. At the moment, Chris doesn't have anything for that, right? No extra TC. There is no archery range. Knights, 0 upgrades as well. So CA could really snowball. Monastery, obviously, one of the worst counters against CA. Is there a way to see what's being queued? Yes, under... no, what's being queued, not. Only the dot under it is saying that something is being queued. I think that was a bit better on the Capture HD Lite as well. I mean, Chris likely invented the Cuff Archer meta? What? What makes you think that? For the old overlay, don't like this one. Forehead. Okay. If you, like, the team appreciates if you tell them exactly, like, what's the difference, but, like, what do you like in the old one that you don't like in the new one? I think that's most of the time how feedback works, right? First question, are you open for feedback? That's something you don't have to ask because that's what this is all about. Second thing is what you observe. I observe that those numbers at the top are really small and not really structured. Oh, that those are really small and don't have a real order. Except that, yeah. I would have liked, or I liked the old one where it really showed them in an order and I could read them more easily. I would therefore like it if it could be changed to what it was in the Delight version. And that's how you do feedback instead of this sucks, lol. Just for everything in life, guys. Ask for if the person is open for feedback. What do you observe? What do you like? And how would you like to improve something? I think it would be nice if you would get some player matchup statistics for Aztec win rate on Gold Rush against Huns and 50% or something. Yeah, that's not part of Capture Age, right? Capture Age is basically an observing tool. What you're searching for is basically what siege engineers are doing. So that's statistic. Some people are overlapping, obviously. Some people working with siege engineers and Capture Age. But two different things. The symbols are not safe exploring the right side below. Yeah, that's also some feedback. Like, you can ask them, or maybe have some improvement ideas. What could they go for there? As you can see, Chris, not a lot of kills for now. Now goes for the Mangonel. Seiya running in, losing some HP. Mangonel can now get a kill. You can maybe implement it. There's an API from AoE stats. Yeah. But that's still something. Yeah. Okay. I think the old version was more clear with queued units. You could see how many you were queued. And for text research, anyway, there's no final version of the... No. This is a preview. Okay, Chris now defending. Has 8 more villagers. Military value isn't great for him. Tries to defend with Mangonels. A ram out now. I think the moment he gets to 2 Mangonels, he should have an easy defense, though. Simply because there's not a lot of stuff that can snipe those Mangonels. Mainly rams here. Oh, Hoang, he needs to go for more knights in my opinion. This looks really, really weird. 13 villagers on gold versus 17 villagers on gold. Some move around here, but no. Okay, I just need to defend Mangonels. Pooh, not getting the shots off there. Hoang on point, going back. To differentiate between military and villager KD? Well, we have that in some form, right? This is the normal KD. And we also have... That's the villager count. Villager kill. 1-1. Did you talk about the new patch already? Well... Like, there aren't a lot of changes, right? It's more of a setup for the major patch that is coming with lots more changes in the last one, so... The most important thing on this patch is only... that the wheelbarrow bug is not a thing anymore. Folder of Doom, much appreciated. Oops. Mangonel going back. I feel like units should be switched with upgrades. Yeah, I think like the size. I think the size of the top thingy could just be bigger. Okay, we'll focus a bit more on the game and see that Mangonel defense is still happening. I really like the situation here for Chris. Let's take a look. Now goes for the conversion. Oh, did get redemption. Looks pretty good for him. Jumps back into the... Ooh, Mangonel shot. Not fully connecting. And now one shot maybe. Oh, yeah, there was a lot of HP damage dealt. Mangonel dance. 1-for-1 is good for him. And Hoang, he won't really advance there. Still a solid 12 villagers behind. And that is really tough to break if you don't get a lot of light cap or knights out. 2 monks, 3 Mangonels, and Hoang He's sitting at 3 rams. I think that should include more Manganols. Now the dance. Nice ground attack here. One more died there in exchange, but not the most important thing. That one is getting some conversion. CA are trying to make something happen. Villagers not jumping into the TC. No repair either. A bit of a lousy defense by Chris at the moment, but got 3 conversions there with the Knights. So maybe he just wanted to debate, and certainly it worked against me. I felt like there was an underreaction, but he got everything perfectly there. I think deleting that house could help him out. Jumping a bit more in between of those 2 areas. Now 3 knights coming over. Maybe finding some kills there. Economy obviously still pretty fragile there for Hoang. Sitting at a solid 1 TC versus 3. Population relatively even. But as you can see, 16 villager difference. And army value 2.6k against 1.3k, but that's a pretty solid army value there that makes defending quite easy. Kill stats, very close together. Stuff put on the map, very close together as well this time. Okay. Eco upgrades, non-existent for Hoang. This is just so weird. Like, Did he lose all the Manganols? Only now comes back with 1. That was a bit of a sloppy move, my man. Well, just now being idle. Lots of idle time now. Let's jump into that stats again. And as you can see, look at that. Over 1 hour village idle time compared to 13 minutes only. Lots of idle TC, idle time, kind of as expected, and that was so many losses here. Knights should be focused instead of... Mangonel needs to be repaired. This is a big loss, and he will lose the Monks. Or will he? No! Mangonel actually survives. Needs more repair on that one, though. TC not really helping out at the moment. Finally, the repair is coming in. TC at 600 HP. Where's the repair? Not really existing. He gives this one up. That was not perfectly played. Mangonel still not shooting. Didn't shoot for so long. Second Mangonel pops. Mangonel won't get the shots in, though. And that is a lovely move for Hoang. But eats a big Mangonel shot. Can he eat another one? Yes, he will. And now the CAs are closing down the distance. Some more damage done. CA so low in HP. A Scorpion might even be the right unit now to find that kill. Mangonel, still no repair. That's a bit underwhelming. Not getting close to the TC either. And no production in that siege workshop. Idle time, look at that. Over an hour more idle time now. Ooh. Amazing quiz, thanks. Defensive castle. Score is very even. That TC is not used. Now the monastery falls. 1 relic ungathered there. Villagers are just running. Ugly situation for Chris here. Just needs to camp a bit more with this Mangonel and his monks. Just chill under your TC. He did get a bit too aggressive, a bit too open with all that, and then so many losses. Now getting control in the center. And what? He already had a castle. Now building a second castle. I think in my books, I always go Jessamine Towers there. Economy at the moment, 4 on food, 23 on wood. Now finally finished the mining camp to go on to gold, but that one could be raided. Very low on HP there. Other side, not the greatest economy either. 43 villages to 75. Chris, he just needs to hold, and 2 castles should make a hold possible. Yeah, fletching is something we should have seen earlier from Chris as well. TC is just doing so much more damage. And those CA, oh god, they will all die. Oh god, they will all die. Now defensive tower, not even needed, honestly. And, oh god, so many losses. Hallelujah. And need to run there. Chris looking okay-ish here, I would say. Not sure why he's trying to go for monasteries, though. Lots of wood floating is Mr. Hoang, who's still playing the 1TC stuff. And is he building a mining camp here? Interesting. Okay. What other stat can we take a look at? Kill stats. Both kind of put the same stuff on the map. Hoang did get more kills, though. Obviously, buildings raised are counting here as well. Did get the monastery, 2 TCs. So that is quite nice. Chris now goes for another TC here. As you can see, Chris used the market a bit. Hoang doesn't even have one. Monka S tries to get a conversion. Gets one. Low HP. Didn't really matter with all the arrows he got in the back. And Rams are now coming over, but that shouldn't really work, right? Another Mangonel out. Yeah, Chris should probably defend that one quite nicely. Idle TC for Hoang. Obviously way easier to keep that one low. But still, right? He plays 1 TC the whole game and still has over 8 minutes in idle time. That should have been 18 more villagers if he used that one constantly. That's crazy stat, right? 1 TC. And then you're suddenly sitting at, well, roughly 70 instead of 50 villagers. Only by using your TC more constantly. That would be so good to check your times there. Losing all the Rams, that is so good for Chris. Oh god, that's so good for Chris. And Hoang is giving this one up, I believe. 2-0, lost all his Rams, knows 2 castles, has 0 gold control. Looks pretty solid for our Canadian. Hello. Hoang is by far the worst pro player. I'm not sure if he's pro. He's still working full-time, right? Ay. Lovely, lovely stuff. And yeah, we can just take a look at the statistics again. Let me take a look. We had the better KD for Chris. Did get a solid, what is that, 10 conversions. So that was lovely. And used the market a bit more. Villager killed 6 by Chris, 5 by Hoang. Oh no, it was a converted villager in there as well. So yeah, I still think 5. Lots of idle time, but simply because he had so many more villagers. Lots of idle TC time. But that actually was pretty low in the end, so or at least didn't increase much more. So lovely play there overall. Yeah, and now you can see basically the same statistics again. 9 or 10 conversions there, nearly math. And you see Chris economy simply better. Castle Age timing very smooth by Chris. Open walls there. And yeah, simply defended with the Mangonels and Monks. Not perfectly, but good enough to stop that aggression. Which you prefer, being the best noob player or the worst pro player? The worst pro player? Yeah. Well, why would I join Gamer Legion then, if I wouldn't accept being the worst pro player? Will they be adding the crossout on score to show who wins and loses? I would assume so. We played several months with always crossout score. Now we will play a short capture each time without... Oh. Okay, just restarted. Did have the old game, but it's all good. It's CA only 1v1. This one version, it will be set up to have more. That's why we have all these stats, right? And that's why it looks so differently. And then we can have all those numbers squeezed in here, and let's assume this box will be completely used, score will be a bit higher, and then we can have all these resources over here, and it's way easier to follow. Can us plebs use Capture H2 when spectating? This is a test version, yes, but we are of course working on the team game stuff as well. And I'm not I will assume it will be publicly available at some point. I have no idea if you will have to pay for it or not. By the way, the map is C Notes, and we have Chris playing Celts. And on the other side, we have Hoang playing Spanish, so that could be a really interesting one. Chris Hoanging? Well, against Spanish, that's not going to be too easy, honestly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, he's eating a TC first. So, can some of the Capture H guys tell me, like, what's the plan? If there, will it be payment? Will it be monthly? Do we have some dates? Can we say anything? And obviously now Hoang with lots of idle time. But yeah, it simply happens. There was a prize pool for those sim match, I think over $150. Sponsored by Nova. This happened yesterday evening. I think 2 GMT. So roughly 10-hour olds. Neely versus Jordan when? Well, the moment you sponsor it. And that's a nice block here. Hoang, very, very greedy. Wanted to go for the boar. Not going to be happening. There will be something that is more freely available, affordable. Okay. So unannounced date and to the public, but to pay. But how would the top section work with team games? It won't. This one. Or maybe down below, that it shows all the... Like, I don't know. And I'm a bit scared. Okay. That it might get confusing. But, yeah. On the Capture Age version for Woobly, I think it was really nice to look at. Oh, Boar's going back. That is ugly for Chris. Ay. We have a custom design for team games in the pipeline. Okay. Oh god, those walls. Hoang. Why are the research icons not both at the same height? It's annoying. Research icons? Oh, yeah. It's because Hoang doesn't have military anymore. I think it's basically at the top aligned with the minimum distance to the military. So if he loses his scout, I think it will drop higher. So you probably just tuned in. But yeah, I think there should be a fixed position instead of aligning it to the top. Kid. Goes for the dog in the center. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Hey, big guy. Hey, Dave. So we say it will work for Empire Wars 1v1? That's what I assume, yeah. Like... Yeah. I wouldn't know why it wouldn't work. Yeah. Empire Wars is just 1v1? That's simply wrong. We had Empire Wars team game tournaments. So, yeah. Yeah. The bug expert is here. That's Dave, okay. So, lots of more walls coming around here. And yeah, will be very, very defensive play by Hoang again. And yeah, simply the Conquistador play. Interested to see what Chris will have to offer. Not a lot of aggression coming from him. What is the map called? Map name down below here. Well, what I mean is Empire Wars would not affect CA at all. Treat it as a regular game. Yeah, mainly. Anything we could see? Well, Chris is building a bit more stuff. Still has his... What is Nank? Nank! So 80 military here. 0% of that is gold. And 0 military here. Percentage of gold. Nank. Do they still have resource counter and capture age? Is that getting added? No official info on that. I will just give my random opinion. I think it will be included. Goes for some more deer there at the top. And both players clicking up at a relatively reasonable time. But as you can see, and that's the sloppy... Oh no, it's not. Huh? Why is... Are we not doing loom here at some point? Monday? Ah, no loom for Hoang. But still, why is he up so much later? Am I confused, guys? Why is this happening? Why is Hoang 28 villagers against 30 villager Chris? Shouldn't he be ahead? Fish! Ah! Ah! Okay. That was really, really confusing to me. Luckily, you're smarter than I am. Does this version have the old CA from Woobly, where you can select both armies and have a stats comparison? Not yet, but this is not the final form. Something fishy going on? Ah! I'm a fresh Age of Empires 2 commentator. Yeah, before we had fish. I played this game before fishing ships were introduced. Who developed Capture Age? The Capture Age team. Oopsa. Oopsa. Sorry. Sorry. That was next to my sound file. Yeah. Felt really fishy. Don't say you didn't enjoy it, guys. Okay, it's a double archery range. We'll go for the crossbow against the Conquistador. 6 on stone here. That's a weird build order. Is that? That's too few for double castle, and that's too many for one castle. Best 7 seconds of my life. Yeah, Dowd is now your 3 pro now. I'm surprised that some of you Age of Empires 2 viewers even remember him.
Nilly love, nilly energy, nilly silly, nilly oh boy.
Nathaniel, thanks my man. What is this AV replay doing in the Stout stream? Sorry. Okay, goes for Wild World here as well. The Dowd picture in the middle of the screen is perfect example for something you didn't know you wanted before you saw it. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Looks like Hoang doesn't know a build order for a Civ he never ever played. Ah, okay. 4 on stone now. Not really sure why he did send the other 2. But yeah, still, even though he has 4 now, is floating some stone. Castle, I will assume something here could make sense. Something there could make sense indeed. Protects a bit more the gold, the wood in the long run. But yeah, is a bit further away from his opponent. Overall, as you can see, some idle time here by Hoang. Quite surprising how he had that much idle time in Dark Age. Really sloppy. And IDTC was working quite nicely though. Chris Fast Castle not as smooth there. Other stats that we can take a look at. Chris to build some more stuff. 500 army value for him. 0 army value, and nank of that is gold. What count as idle time? Do they have to literally standing still or moving around, nothing task enough? No, it has to be idle. Yeah, like not gathering resources basically. I think he should have shot the Conquistador first, because he will always get the villager. The villager is always dead, and then you try to do as much damage as you can against the Conquistador. At least that's my gameplay there. Nank is gone. Oh yeah, Nank is gone, guys. So, 390 and 53% of that is gold. Oh, so is that Ankh then? In number known? Maybe. Why is Hoang farming? Yeah, different civilization, my man. Sorry. With Celts, he wouldn't. We had that in game 1. Where he was sitting at 2 farms for a long time. So 9 crossbows out, 5 conquistadors at the other side. And if you ever want to know, okay, what is that army value roughly against each other? Well, you can now see at the top. Villagers, so far only 1 dead. And army value, can we see that? 880 against 780. Conquistadors should get some kills here, some micro shenanigans. But Hoang, the micro god of micro gods, easily getting the kill here, and bada boom. Gets an easy 6-2 lead here. What? Why is this 1-6 to 6-2? We didn't have any monks. And no one deleted anything. That's confusing to me. The boar kill? No. Really? Wolf? No. I don't know. It's 1-1 villager kills. But where did a blue villager die? Oh, demo! Yeah, that one didn't. Whoop! No. Did he delete a villager or something? No. Shouldn't happen, right? I'm confused. Chris blocked it. Ah! The Chris blocked the scout. Scout died to boar. That's so true. I thought he killed the scout, but no. The wolf, the boar killed the scout. Ah, observant guy. Yeah. I would like to announce Capture Age Nank Edition 2020 till 2020. Made rest in peace after an update. Well, it was beautiful as long as it lasted. Do you have any official statement on it dying? Or Nank comment? Well, this is the second time I've seen this game, so don't give me too much credit. Ah, okay. Currently I have 6942 channel points. Oh, that's lovely. Never watch the stream again. Okay, house dead now. Kong's moving forward. Siege workshop now being built. Crossbow. Actually, I would love skirms more. I'd love monks maybe mixed in. The 1 or 2 monks couldn't be too bad. Ballistics is relatively important there as well. But yeah, look at that. Bloodlines +2/+2 upgrades are just out of this world. And Chris Micro, not the hottest ever. Now the first monk out should just instantly die here. Bam! But gets a conversion before. Can't be too sad about that. And Chris is holding 9 villager lead. Military, well, he is behind in that regard. In army value as well. Monk again. Should just jump into the TC there, but only after dying. He is trying to, but gets conversion, so can't be too sad. Now Mangonel v Mangonel Micro. Let's take a look how good that is. But what's happening behind this is simply forced idle time here, and we can take a look at that. Look at that. 42 minutes and increasing in idle time now. Mangonel dies. But that's all idle TCs behind this one. And Hoang, well, he has 1 idle apparently at the moment, and the rest is working. And that is a 6/6 stat. How much idle time you forced there. And just think about it. Let's roughly say, every minute of idle time are 20 resources. So that is now 1,200 resources, close to it, of idle time already. That could be 12 monks if he never had any idols. Right? But a villager in a town center is now called idle. Oh, what a castle! What an aggressive castle here. And there's not too much going against that one. And Chris, yeah, simply not having the gold. Now we'll build a TC outside of the map. I thought there was a market. Oh, this one looks so good for Hoang. Where's the army of Chris? Did he boom too much against Hoang? 4 TC is not a thing against a guy that loves to 1 TC all in. Oh, you're 10 villages ahead. Now breaking 1 hour, 10 minute idle time there. Still shooting a bit. But those villagers will be well rested indeed. Now those idle time is now increasing here for Hoang. IDCC behind this one. Mangonel still doing something. Do you play or have played chess before? Yes. Particularly the Fog of War chess. I don't even know what that is. It's more of a man-hour idle time, not just an hour. Okay. How did Crystal won the game? TCs, boom, conversions, castles. Will you use CA for KOTD? I think for KOTD, the Capture HD Lite version will be used. This one is more of a preview test version that, under my understanding, won't even work for KOTD patch. Because we're playing with the old KOTD patch, this version will be used for future AoE versions. Should thumping and chemistry be added to the icons? Chemistry, 0%. Thumping, I could see a good argument. Because chemistry is one of the very few upgrades that you can actually see, right? Opa! Oh, Hoang. We'll lose some, but get the snipe. There's a thin line on top of the villager's bar. What is it? And, well, there are 2 lines, right? Villager count, and army value is at the very top. Fog of Watchers is like AH says. You only see your side of the board and pieces around your pieces. Okay. Can you build outposts? Can the caster not shoot the monastery because the hitboxes are directly next to each other and Hoang doesn't have murder holes? I think that might be the case, but I'd always focus the TC over the monastery anyways. If you ever played versus Chris, you just assume you'll never target Fire Mangoes. Just assume he'll never target. You think I never played against Chris? I will just say something ballsy. No, it would be wrong. Okay, I'm not saying it. Okay, I will say something else ballsy. I've played more games against Chris than you have watched of him. But not sure how meaningful that is. Mangonel gets 1 for 1 there. Not really what he needed, but not more as an option there. We'll most likely lose that TC. We'll have 2 castles up, but so little farms now. And yeah, Hoang can just continue with this conch production here. You watched every nearly Chris game? Really? That would really surprise me. Next quiz question. How many games have Neil and Chris played in 1v1? Yeah, I have a Discord there where you can suggest some ideas for the upcoming quiz for my questions. How do Celts counter Conch? Well, in Castle Age, skirms is a really easy answer. In Imp, probably Halberdier Ram. It's not going to be easy though. I don't think the 2 lines under the H shoving the food and gold bars to advance are useful. Okay. Enjoyed the quiz, by the way. Thanks, guys. For everyone who missed it, I made a quiz with Viper and Doubt, and they had to kind of outbet each other on number AoE questions. It's on my YouTube. Very well received, apparently. Mangonel doing a lot of damage. Got 1 Mangonel, got 1 Monk. Now gets 2 shots off. Very low in HP here. I think the other Mangonel should just be diving in there and... oh no, won't find the kill. But still, the caster behind this one. This could be really solid. I can't get AoE2 to open now. There's a new update. Has anyone else had this problem? How to solve? Are you at Steam or Xbox? On Steam? I would be really surprised if there are any problems. But the official Age of Empires 2 forums are always your way to go. And they will have an answer for you. We need a caster quiz next. Well, then I have to make the questions easier. This one is also like if the monk dies, all the techs are jumping a bit higher. Aggressive castle by Hoang, ballsy, almost like nearly stealth statements. Well, I didn't go for the ballsy statement. Why does Chris have demos in the small pond? He wants to catch some kongs. For the memes. Very little control. 77 pop to 71 now. Conch numbers still rising. But that's kind of it. Let's take a look at some more numbers behind this. Market use by Chris and by Hoang alike. Idle time obviously now broke over 2 man hours. I did TC for Hoang behind this. Still only 1 TC for him. And yeah, had, what is that? 16, 17 villagers of idle time in that TC. Now it's idle again. Not really producing. And you see, it's ticking, 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 ticking. 86 food, not going for it. Meanwhile, microing at the front. Crossbow round. Not the player with the greatest macro of all time, surely. Now queues up 2 more villagers, and that's when the timer stops. Total lost value, 6k by Chris killed. Hoang did kill 8k stuff. And yeah, that TC just went down. Another TC very exposed here. I think Chris will have lots of problems holding this one. Does macro really matter when you castle every TC? Well, he doesn't castle every TC every game. Isn't that Hoang lost 8k? I don't think so. Let's take a look. Are we killing something somewhere? I think that farm should die. I'm pretty sure it's like killed. Or value spent destroyed. Yeah. Or is it? Let's see. Ram? Where's it going? What? Conk down. Yeah. It adds up here for Chris, and he just killed a conk. So this is what he killed. Maybe that should be the other way around. No, value spent and value destroyed. Yeah. If it's like here and that would be like what he lost, then it should be value spent lost. Something like that. I won't find the kill there. Uphill. Hoang just broke 10k destruction. Oh, Demo got a mangonel there? Okay, that was a positive trade for him. Does that include repairs? Ha! Probably not. So if you kill a... No, it's only destroyed in the end. So yeah, technically you could get to 0 resources and your opponent didn't destroy anything. Simply because you repaired yourself to 0%. Yeah, and another castle. Yeah, just crazy. 4 castles now out on the map, as you can see with this number. Produces out of all of them quite nicely, right? No. What are the dots under it then? Is that just the option of production? Okay, and if it gets bigger... Okay, now he produces out of 3 of them. Oh no, 4? Why? Okay, I don't fully understand that yet. I don't like the strat from Hoang. You mean winning? Oh, crossbow's now around, but I think 2 Kongs with all the upgrades should probably deal with that quite easily. It shows buildings now. It did. At all times. Tiny dot, potential production. Yeah, but he just produced out of 4 castles and it only had 3 bigger dots instead of 4 bigger dots. Small dot, idle. Big dot, producing. Circle, technology. Yeah, exactly that's how I understood it as well. I just was confused. Like, this one should be 2 castle production now. Indeed. So that makes sense. And now that should be 1 smaller. Yeah. And now it's only producing out of... Ah, no, okay. He could produce out of 1? What? I don't fully understand it. Now he's not producing anything because he can't? Or he could? He could. That's a lot of skirms diving in deep, a lot of Kongs diving in deep against the skirms, and all of them losing their lives. That looks pretty horrible. All of a sudden, Chris is 15 population ahead. Score is pretty even. I thought Chris already lost this ages ago. God, he's migrating now. 11 skirms on the field against 14 Kongs, 1 knight, 1 monk. Now it's a monastery, some more barracks, and Chris is kind of holding this. Now goes to shorefish. Bop. Bop. No ballistics. Just have to throw for Hoang. He can't close out the game if opponent doesn't resign. But now believe me, it wasn't a good strat from Hoang. No. I think Hoang will win this. Like, gold control is clearly on the side there. How is he ever getting imp? And Hoang? He has a strong 67 villager economy. Knights are now going in. Magno's shot could be pretty crucial here. Kong's now shooting. Magno's shoot. And that was a solid one. Still one knight. Would love to see a defense upgrade on him. But Magno actually should clear this one up. Why do people care about overlays so much? Apart from a few things like res, age, people usually get most of the important info from the casters. Well, no. Like, there are multiple things, right? First of all, we give you better info if our overlay is better, right? I can analyze a game by looking at those stats better than without having those stats. And also, if you just tune in late, it just helps you so much more to jump in and see, oh, he doesn't have wheelbarrow. So most likely he is playing all in here in Castle Age. Or economy, okay, he just needs to hold. Or if you are deaf, then a nicer overlay helps you out a lot as well. Like, I can zoom in here. Overlay guy fan says, I love the overlay guy. The overlay. Okay. 5 castles, by the way, now by Hoang. He's a crazy dude. 19 Kongs on the field. Produces out of 3 of the castles. He's gonna end up overanalyzing his own games and will become top 5 player. Well, that would be the dream, right? Hoang making it easy for himself. Only 9-minute idle time. Still, right? It's 20 minutes just that he could have more. Oh, that's a lot of villagers, and they're up to no good. 652 stone in the bank as well. Conquistadors around. Magno shooting. Goes for some splits here. Not going to be too easy. Castle even built further forward. Magno probably gets a shot off here. Villagers dying. I'm a bit surprised that my H didn't crash. And now gets the kill there. Villagers dying behind this one. Hallelujah. That Magno was lovely. And we can take a look at the villager kill stat. It's down here. Eco killed. Yeah. So 46 killed by Hoang. Now 19 for Chris. And that will increase a bit. If it wasn't for the Conquistadors going at the top, what happened here? Why did she leave those villagers alive? There goes Hoang Eco. Indeed it does. Where do we find the petards? Can I click on them? No, I can't. Okay, then I will have to scroll through some castles. And he is ready to kill that. 9 petards would easily be enough to kill a castle. 8 normally. Maybe he's planning to lose 1 on the way. The play is just to build 1 house here. And then let the petards do the job. And look at that. Bam, 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 bam. And castle is dead. Reno. 1 left over. Nearly math checks out. And I'm surprised that he wasn't crushed. Like 4,800 or 650 stones falling on your head there. But he just took it like a man. He lost all his friends. Yeah, he was just sitting there in disbelief. Like, what just happened? Weren't all 9 of us supposed to survive this? And then he's like, for my friends! Well, maybe he should have rethought his life choices as well. Yeah, he just committed Sudoku. Botkin arrow coming now. And Some skirmishers trying to intercept, but numbers aren't the greatest here. No manganol in production. Trying to micro back a bit. Kongs around. Population still relatively even. Man, Hoang and Chris, they're really delivering some games. Castle. Why did he build 2 castles here? And how is Chris still running away from that? Oh, Manson. Knights going in deep. Castle defense here too, but well, he is reclaiming that area. They're going to play 5 games no matter what. Well, at the top it says best of 5, right? Or do you see play all 5? No, you see best of 5. Not play all 5. Best of 5. Not play all 5. Best of 5. I watched live. Chris was just having fun this game because it was 2-0. Okay. Thanks for not spoilering more. Chris versus Nilly show match next. If you organize it, I'm down to play. Oh, delete! Delete! Chris, why are you building those demos if you don't delete? Oi, 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 oi. What? Okay, got 2. He could have gotten like 6 or 7. And that's going to be another castle, right? Oh, just in his face there. Ay, 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 ay. Manganol dance. But nice job there by Hoang. Now the question is how aggressively does he want to build the castle? I think just over here makes a lot of sense. Oh, builds it between those 2. Okay, I don't mind that. Just leaves this gold relatively exposed though. Okay, outpost rushing the side now. Petards jumping in, but 900 HP left. Manganol dodged as well, and yeah, he needed 4 petards there to get the kill. Didn't have those prepared. Now 2 conquistadors finding that side. Hoang, 7 population still behind, but yeah, well, as you can see, army value 3k to 600. Villager count, quote unquote, only 24 behind. 11 minutes of idle times, and now look at that. Villager idle time over 7 hours in this game. I'm curious, like, how when we will break capture age there. Wouldn't be surprised if we get over 10 hours. What is that wall? Oh, wants to block off the aggressive castle. I don't mind that too much. I can just fight this one down now. Kills the archery range. Did Chris petard another castle? 3 of them alive? 4? Wasn't the castle here? I think he petarded the other one as well, right? Oh, those 4 petards are coming in. Needs to attack before 2.5k HP. No, that's too late. 4 petards won't get the kill. Oh, yo, 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 yo. 1200 HP there. And yeah, Spanish are just building so fast. Ay, 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 ay. That is like close, but no cigar. I think with another civilization that could have worked. Oh, this Hoang boy. Chris of the max. Well, castle didn't fall, so clearly Chris. Hoang needs ballistics. Okay. Just broke the 1 hour mark of the game. Ballistics don't work for Kongs. So only for his castles. And if a petard is running towards the castle, don't think ballistic even makes a difference. I think masonry is a bigger difference. Because then you need, I think, 10 petards instead of 8. So there will be no stone left on the map? Yeah, not unlikely. 11 petards again. Hallelujah. So 5 here. Uh-oh. 8 here. That could easily be a castle kill. With that HP, you only need 6 petards. I think when someone plays a castle, it counts in castle soda before build. What is this? It is 6 castles, and he has 6 castles on the map, so no. That count is the castle count that we have at this very moment. Like, he built 8 castles in this game. And it's still 6 left. Do you have the literal book on AU2 in your library? No. I gave that all. I sold it all when I moved out of my parents. Like, sold it meaning I give you all my collection with all my Age of Empires books. Oh, Mangold! If you pay me the shipping. And someone just did it. Like, I had all the boxes. Yeah. I think I actually might still have all my AoE strategies printed somewhere at my parents' place. That would actually like be golden. Like all the statistics, all the first build orders that we had, statistics, like people actually tracking and counting how trade cards work and all those Excel files. Oh, that could be so lovely. Like, should you push deer or should you scout? A 5-page discussion. I still remember that one. Now deleting some buildings here, tries to get home. Still even trade versus sell in Black Forest strategy. Yeah, completely solved. But longer discussion than the short, straight to the point discussion that they had on AoE Zone. And what was the conclusion? Oh, that castle is gone. Petards came through. And this one sits at 500. Oh, he didn't bombard it down. Oh, missed some. But got those. But he, like, it's still 3 castles up here. Pop 120 against 152. Oh, waltz some more. Yet another TC. And it looks likely that this game, although it goes over an hour and 5 minutes, might have an ending with both players still in castle age. In neither round, Petard. Yeah, just 1 by 1 is not a thing for Petards. Oh, yeah. Civilizations are displayed here at the bottom. Castle ETCs. Petards eats castles. Okay, Chris juggles a bit with his market now. More Petards. That one going down. Now this one going down. And castle, like, the guys in there, look at that. Out of this window, shooting that Petard, then running through the castle. Down here, going down and up the stairs here again to just shoot at the right-hand side again. So those are quickie in the castle, the archers. That's a good job on them. This game makes me think that Petards are a bit underused. I have a full, like, troll challenge on my YouTube. Like, never go full Petard or something. Where I play Petards exclusively. And I built over 100 Petards in that game with Frank castles. I think, like, most 1200s would die to me playing, if I play Petards only. Well, that's a ballsy statement, but I will stay with it, yeah. Another 2 coming forward, yeah, and Chris, that's a poker thing. Oh, actually, 6 coming from the side, and 2 more, no, and still the spread there. Yeah, but that's something that I learned actually in poker, which is pretty bad. Like, how subjectively you think things are good and bad, right? He did kill 2 castles with Petards, and now he's just throwing them away like a madman. Like, he lost 10 Petards with like 2 connecting now. And in poker, that's very common thing. Like, oh, I won with 5 deuce suited. I should play those hands a bit more often. They can't be that bad. No, you have to really rethink your actions, guys, and don't think, okay, it worked for me once. It's going to be working for me more often. Think about it, like, why do we see Petards so rarely? And why do we not see them going in 1 by 1? And gets another connection, but won't find the kill. Okay, pop limit in Imp now is Hoang. And apparently if we go for some count of unit, it actually isn't changing the size anymore. And Hoang is taking game number, what? Number 3. 2-1 for Chris still. How much more time do I have? Okay, roughly 40 more minutes. And yeah, that was surely a wild game. I don't know how long the other games are, and to potentially squeeze in the full set, I will just quickly jump into the next one and we'll leave you with it. What a game. Yeah, full the castles there. That's a really good one. Next game is fast, and that will give you your next chatting privilege in 24 hours. Why does that not work? Ah, okay. And Chris, that side. Okay, I will be back in 30 seconds. Quick pee break. It will be Chris playing Goth against Hoang's Mongols. Okay. And we are back. Chris versus Hoang in some truly aggressive games. And we already see some laming here going to the other side. What did he find? Not too much. Might find those 2 sheep. Yes, he will. Meanwhile, Hoang very active and is finding 4 sheep. Didn't really find Chris yet. Knows that he can't be at that area. Could be right hand side or left hand side. Is the CA overlay the new one or the new beta? It's basically a preview. Does a half HP Petard make the same damage as a full HT? Yes. It's basically like only the Petard is getting hurt, not the barrels. As long as the explosive barrels hit the castle, that's the most important thing. Oh, intercepting those. So indirectly stealing 6 sheep here. Obviously those were some extras, so he still has 9 here. So can't be too sad, but that's going to be lovely for Chris here, surely. Has quite some as well, as you all know. We have extra sheep on Ghost Lake. Look at that, spreads them around. Doesn't want them to be found. A Britain's Wet Dream? Yeah, I'm a bit surprised that they didn't go for Britons on this map. Just such a strong choice every single time. Where do I see the shifts? Chris, Goth, Hoang, Mongols here at the bottom. I think at some point we might include it here at the top as well. Would make a lot of sense to me. Just came in. Want to give an intro on the new bells and whistles of new CA? Yeah, you just go to the VOD and watch it from the start of the cast. And then you get all the info. Why Britons? Britain have a bonus where they collect sheep a bit faster. And, well, if you have a solid 15 sheep or something, that obviously is better for you. Schweizer story doesn't list the civs somewhere. Not sure if trolling or not. Okay, Militia now moving out. And instantly runs into Wolf. Not the prettiest thing ever. Chris with the drush. Isn't that Tatar bonus stronger? Barely have to go on wood during most feudal age? Yes. I think Tatars are really strong on Ghost Lake as well. The problem though, not too many hills to use, right? For Tatars, like where do we see a major hill? I don't. If we look at the minimap here, in general, very little hills, right? This one at the front, the small plateau in the back, here, but look at around red space, there's not a single hill. And you really want that if you play Tatars. And Britain's obviously a pretty smooth transition into... What is that wolf doing? Hallelujah. It's pretty smooth transition into... Castle Age crossbow. If you have Britons on this map, does it make sense to lay boars and rush feudal with collecting food from sheep only? No. You can always collect sheep, but boars needs attention, plus needs a reasonable amount of villagers in your TC as well, right? You can get sheep with 3 villagers or 4, but you can't really get a boar with 3 villagers. And now villagers fighting here. Let's take a look. Tries to micro. Scout is getting really low on HP. Villagers probably want to wall behind this one, but Chris is not allowing. Pretty greedy play by Hoang. Oh, Chris dives in deep. That's a bit surprising to me. I thought he would just try to be a bit more annoying. But now, well, maybe he wants to find a spot here against that wood line. Kept this one open, but honestly, now that the militia are in, you don't need the walls there anymore. That one was slipped up as well. And militia are in. House not being built. Oh, that villager has to die here. No. Oh, mistake by Chris, in my opinion. Doesn't really block too well there. Now does it. Gets the kill. Gets away with HP even. That is really lovely for him. And now goes for another one potentially. Gets another shank in his back. And goes for the villager on gold. Okay, I'll give you some more stats at the bottom. As you can see, idle time forced there by Hoang with all that fighting back and forth. Not really sure if that counts. Doesn't seem like it. 2 idle villagers now at the moment. Where are they? Ah, yeah. And that's what's counting up here. Idle TC, a bit more for Hoang as well. Some more annoyance, and we soon will reach feudal age. On the other side, we see we have enough food to click up to feudal age, but not using it for now. And now he wants to wall in the militia, but that's not the most exciting thing to me ever. But yeah, some people like some less educated chats would now scream like zoo, zoo. But actually those 3 militia are absolutely fine doing exactly that, and that's actually a horrible idea. Oh god, that's so bad. Oh, why would you ever go with the... Oh, and that's just so much damage, and they will do so much against that gate as well then. Don't like that. 4 men-at-arms arriving at the front. You obviously knew that those were coming because you were educated enough to look at the top. I was completely surprised by that. Should now get the kill there. Nice blockage. Indeed, finds another kill. And we can take a look at the kill counter. 2 villagers already killed. And overall KD 3-1. Both players losing their scout here. Men-at-arms selective, and I just flared. Okay, didn't know that that was a thing. This doesn't count as idle time on the will? Which doesn't? Just building? Shouldn't. Oh, and he broke through. Unzooed. Or how do you call that one? Oh, now takes the fight. That shouldn't really be a thing. Low HP villagers. And look at how beautifully Chris is finding another angle. Now blocks his own gold there. And traps the villager. That is just horrible. Just think about that. And all his friends are working there outside. Oh god, oh god, oh god. As you can see, food heavily missing. Too much gold. The typical Hoang build order here. If you want to learn those, aoebuilds.com is your place to go. And... now we'll need some resources here. Those numbers will go up a bit higher. You can see that he will have to juggle some of the resources indeed. Only 100 food pots, so did drop off some nice amount of resources there apparently. Opens that area, but actually more men-at-arms are coming in. Oh, and an archer as well. Still very active here. And look at how inefficient that gold is. Just super ugly. And I don't see a single red dot on the minimap, so we're not actually missing too much. Idle villagers going up here as well. Let's take a look at those stats. 15 minutes now of idle villager time compared to only 5. Over, roughly 3 villagers idle time there as well. Nice walls. Can we quick wall that last one? That's actually still open. That's not really bamboo. That's part of the blacksmith. And men-at-arms still fighting. But that is so much pressure. Hallelujah. Hoang plays this one so weirdly. And arm active, Arch is coming over, and Chris just has the easiest boom behind this of all time. Destroyed army 230. That's mainly buildings here for Chris. Should just instantly jump to 255 here. Oh, 280. Did you get 2 house kills at the same time or what? I'm confused. Oh, now rushed out the tower. That means no more boom for Hoang as well. And still I don't see... Wow, what is that man I'm doing? I don't see... any building. Any village out on the map. Man-at-Arm might find that house kill. Now jumps in there. Man-at-Arm is getting attacked at the left-hand side. Now jumps under there. Is he maybe diving to under the tower? Feels a bit like it. No knight in production. Man-at-Arm's now under the woodline. Archers could just jump. And that's so many villagers dead. Look at that. 37 to 24. Yeah, Man-at-Arms won't kill everything. Will get cleared up. Finally one knight. I'm a bit surprised that I didn't see that in the production tab. Maybe I was just blind. And more armies coming over though. Still annoying at the gold. Now trades off here. Maybe would have wanted to go for the villager kills then if his opponent can afford some knights. But berries should get cleared up pretty soon as well. Maybe some spearmen. Indeed, that's what's getting added. And, oh, we actually play multiple barracks here. Isn't that funny? Blacksmith to follow this one up. And, well, he's doing a good job of clearing now. Let's take a look. We want to see a quick wall. Is happening. So, hear me out, Nearly. Did you ever think about... Hear me out, he says. And he asked me, did you ever think about... Wipeout? Casting with normal trees. I get that the small trees are needed to play the good game, but the trees in general look so good in the game. Might be effect for casting with big trees. AO2 history, I cast with big trees. This one... I don't. Simply because you see a bit more, right? Fight here. If the trees are a bit higher, you might just overlook stuff. But yeah, I don't think it's unreasonable. You see me... For example, switching from grid mod if I play to no grid mod if I cast. Sneak will for Chris? Ah, only archer. Only man-at-arm. So not really. And so I'm going for siege now. Normal trees is unplayable? Yeah, we weren't talking about playing. We're talking about casting. A weird mill here. Archer moving out and Chris is still open at the front. This is so sloppy by him, honestly. Can he rush another house out? No, not really. Gets some hits here of the spearman, but gets killed after that. There's more spearmen coming over to defend though. It is unplayable because I stare at the trees and all the time and get house forever. Because the trees are so beautiful? Sounds like a weird fetish, my man. Hoang 0 wills on food feels Nilly man? Is that a typical Nilly thing? 3 scorpions out now. Not on stone is Chris. Sneaky villager though. Will build a pretty brutal tower. Spearman coming over and that's still a lot of Chris army. Oh, that's sweet. And should get everything else. Scorpion here should maybe split those even more than only the normal spread formation. Maybe go for a knight and now close down the distance. All scorpions dying. And I feared for Hoang a bit, but popped 26 against 77. With that tower now going up. I think there's not so much fearing anymore. Killed stats actually pretty even. But you see, Chris simply built stuff worth 9k. Hoang built stuff worth 5k. Eco upgrades are clearly on Chris' side. Military count is 35 to 2. He will clean all this up. And Chris is taking game number 3. G to the G. Really lovely series. And yeah, Chris did put on some pressure. Hoang, honestly, with one of his more sloppy plays. But we have seen several times under pressure. Not the greatest one in reacting. He is the guy that really likes to put on the pressure himself. And... I think, honestly, Hoang would be a great arena player now that I think about it. So Chris taking this one. Lovely stuff. Price pool was over $150. Give Nova some love. He did organize this last night. 2 GMT, I think, was the playing time. And obviously, we tried to showcase capture age here. You see the KD is 26 to 18. And the kill stats, kill value relatively even. Army in the end of Hoang existed only out of gold, simply because he had 2 monks, or 1 monk. What? How does it show 2 units, but only 1 monk? Probably just lost the other unit here. The Scorpion still has... 0 HP here. Okay. So that one is dying. So that one is updating a bit later. Funny little thing. Hoang had to buy some food. What a wild build order by him. And yeah, mass amount of idle time in the TC. And with villagers, 9-2 villager kills there in the end. Chris even in the advantage there. And that was a lovely set. 26 to 18. Yeah, we did see all those stats. Food economy, not even fair. Capture preview. In-game mod is enabled. Okay, thank you so much for that info. 45 to 26 villagers in the end. Yeah. How can you have 26 villagers there? Hoang, my man. That is very ambitious.